What is going on, guys? Welcome to Outside the Brand. This is your Friday night SmackDown WWE Draft Night 1 post show for April 28th, 2023. I'm your host, Phil, and of course, this is Outside the Brand. Thank you so much for joining us right here on your Friday nights, wherever you may be. I got my boy Loff here tonight, man.
Yeah.
Loff. The WWE Draft Part 1 is officially closed. How do you feel about the draft tonight? How do you feel about your favorite superstars going to their brand? And do you think there were any bad picks over the course of the 4 rounds that we got tonight, man? I thought, honestly, it wasn't that bad of a show, and it was not that bad of a draft. We continue to see more superstars get drafted on Saturday over on WWE.com.
Yeah. SmackDown beat Raw's ass viciously.
Yes.
I think Raw had some good picks in there, but all in all, they got absolutely demolished in the long term, and I need them to fight back on Monday because they gotta clean some stuff up.
I
Because
feel that.
SmackDown picked up a lot of key people, and they secured the Roman Reigns, so that's one of the big things. I assume Rollins is going to go to Raw. I assume, but I desperately don't know. But yeah, SmackDown wins this round or this night. I'm gonna force myself to watch Raw so I can see if they can do anything to revive themselves, and then we're just gonna go from there. But I definitely think SmackDown made the better picks tonight. I think the best pick Raw made was probably the Imperium pick.
Yes.
That was
I
probably
agree
the
with
most
that.
solid one. And obviously my favorite was Bob going to SmackDown because I literally asked for that 6 hours ago, and then there you go. So
I've been asking AJ to get back to Friday Night SmackDown for ages, and when I actually saw the OC get picked to Friday Night SmackDown, I was like, yes, let's freaking go, bro.
yeah.
And Edge going to SmackDown too is fantastic. So, guys, we're gonna break down every single draft pick that happened tonight on Friday Night SmackDown, both for Raw and both for SmackDown. We will definitely get into everything when it comes to that, and we will get into the controversy and the overall arc of the situation right now. Both Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes they're separated. They are separated. Cody is going and staying on Monday Night Raw. Roman is staying on Friday Night SmackDown. The World Heavyweight Championship is exclusive to Monday Night Raw. What is going to be happening with that World Heavyweight Championship? How is Cody going to get back to Roman Reigns? We are going to be talking about all of that and what we think could possibly go down when it comes to that situation, because I already see a ton of mixed emotions when it comes to that. You guys wanted adversity. You guys wanted Roman and you guys wanted Cody rather to have the adversity. You got it. You got it right there in the form of them going to separate brands. We will talk about all of that tonight. And yeah, man, it's definitely going to be something there. Yes, we are back on StreamYard thanks to the Main Event Players StreamYard. We have we're getting back into the swing of things when it comes to OBS StreamYard, trying to figure out the best possible scenario. I'm actually upgrading my freaking internet soon, and I will be having an office space soon, so that's going to be even better. I'm upgrading. I'm actually getting an office too, bro. Once my sister moves out of here, which is great. So, we're gonna be getting everything. Like, I'm legitimately probably moving all my wrestling stuff, and we're getting like everything. It's basically gonna be an office, bro, for like streaming and everything. Dude, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be fucking great. It's not that I'm waiting for my sister to move out or anything, but when that legitimately happens on the 6th, it is going to be fantastic.
I was ready. Hey, man.
I love my sister to death, man, but Jesus, this is going to be so much better for me. Hey. You guys will not be seeing the back of my freaking bed anymore. It's going to be great.
Yes.
It's going to be great.
You bet.
No, but guys, this is going to be great. I hope you guys enjoy what you guys hear tonight. If you guys do, make sure to hit that like button. You guys know the deal by now. Hit the like button, subscribe if you are new. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. We are definitely hitting 1K by the end of 2023, man. I'm sick of it. We are getting there. We are near we are nearing that every single time. And man, it's going to be a great day. It's going to be a great day to talk about the WWE Draft. And the WWE Draft is not over as we go to Friday Night Smack. Shut up. This is Monday Night Raw on Monday for the second half of the WWE Draft. And don't worry, guys, the actual draft is actually not over when it comes to tonight's festivities, because I did hear that on Saturday, throughout the course of the entire day, tomorrow, we will be getting updates as to who else is going to be going to Friday Night SmackDown and Monday Night Raw. So the draft actually continues tomorrow on SmackDown. What the fuck, Phil? On social media throughout the entire day. So stay tuned to all social media platforms in order to figure that out, where things go from there. So, but yeah, we were here in Corpus Christi, Texas tonight. We had a ton of Hall of Famers and legends popping up tonight. We had JBL here. We had Teddy Long here. We had Shawn Michaels. Road Dogg was here. They were all just out representing Raw and SmackDown throughout the WWE draft today. How do you feel about that, Loff? I mean, they brought in these legends to basically represent the brands here and just, bring a different field instead of the whole general manager from Raw and general manager from SmackDown kind of feel.
Why did Teddy Long switch sides on me?
Yeah, why did Teddy do Raw, not SmackDown?
All my life.
I get it. I get it. JBL was the longest reigning SmackDown champion, but Teddy Long was the fucking general manager of SmackDown for our generation, bro.
JBL's been on Raw for 6 months. Like, why would you not? Oh, but I was happy to see Rob though. I didn't expect to see Rob there. That was cool.
Rob Van Dam, yeah. Right. And how fitting was it that he announced a riddle to Raw?
Yeah,
the High brothers.
Yeah, that fucking High, man.
And then I heard what you fucking said there, Wade. Don't think I didn't hear it. It's like,
I was like, who said in that line? Who told him to say that? Who told him to say that? That was ridiculous.
He's like, Raw must be on a high right now. I heard that.
Come on, man. Can't be doing that out here.
But
crazy.
But guys, we'll be talking about everything that happened tonight on SmackDown. So hit the subscribe button, turn on the bell for all notifications. Like the video if you haven't already, and go down into the links in the description, guys. Follow us on social media. Follow me on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram at @PhillyMount_. Loff is _ Loff is basically just laughing off everywhere. So that's great for him. He just, he's existing, and it's all right there for you guys. All in that one name, so you guys can find him anywhere. And go down to the links in the description as well for our merchandise. Myself, Loff, and the OTB store are down in the description below. I got the official for the brand iPhone case. Look at that thing. It is so it legitimately fits so nice on the phone, man. It's a very, very hard, very well made looking case right there, man. So go get the For the Brand case, go get the OTB case. Legitimately, it's all right there for you down in the description below. And one final thing before we get into the actual festivities of Friday Night SmackDown tonight. Special thanks goes out to our official sponsor of OTB, SeatGeek. SeatGeek, an official partner over here on OTB. It's an application on your phone where you guys can get the best tickets using SeatGeek. And if you go to the checkout, select your purchase and everything, and use the code OTB, you get $20 off your first purchase using SeatGeek. So you're getting the best deal when you're using SeatGeek, because it legitimately tells you what's good and what's bad for those seats. And if you use OTP at checkout. You get $20 off. That's fucking fantastic, and you guys are saving money at the end of the day when it comes to that. So there you go. Thank you, SeatGeek, and we absolutely love that you are a partner of the channel. And yeah, man, it's a great time, and just go use SeatGeek if you're going to a wrestling event, a concert, a baseball game. I mean, the NBA playoffs. I mean, they're fucking going wild right now. So, go to a game, go to a wrestling event, but make sure to use code OTB and get $20 off that first purchase using SeatGeek. All right, love. We were here in Corpus Christi, Texas, for tonight's Friday Night SmackDown. We were here getting things ready to go. And we started off with Triple H. Triple H here. And he makes his way to the stage. Michael Cole says it only makes sense that the guy who runs the place makes the first appearance. They're really trying to make the fans think like, oh yeah, Triple H is here. He's running the place, right? There's a reason why Michael Cole was saying that.
Mm-hmm.
And he said Triple H welcomes the crowd to Corpus Christi to Friday Night SmackDown and the 2023 WWE Draft. Before we get started, he wants to lay down some ground rules because he is a stickler for them. Every superstar is able to be drafted. 50% of the roster will be drafted tonight, and the other 50 will be drafted on Monday Night Raw. Then we saw the graphic for the people that were eligible tonight, and I'm like, dude, that's like 30 superstars. I know 30 superstars are like that's not 50 that's not 50% of the roster. Yeah. But I mean, basically it's 50% throughout the Friday and Saturday portions. The other 50 will most likely be happening on that Sunday and the Monday Night Raw. So we'll be getting there, and then the actual rosters will be in effect after Backlash. So I'm glad we got that clarification, mainly because, yeah, the draft will be happening on Monday, and then that Friday, people were wondering, well, does the roster go into effect on that Friday before Backlash? No. The Monday Night Raw after Backlash, that's when everything for the rosters go into effect. So that's nice. That's at least nice that we got that clarification.
Yeah.
So there we go when it comes to that. And the WWE draft pool for tonight was shown. Select NXT superstars were shown at the WWE Performance Center, and they were eligible to get drafted as well. Triple H has the first round card in his hand, and he asks if we are ready. Triple H asks again if we are ready, in that Triple H way that he does. And he's like, all right, well, the draft is officially open. He then said that Paul Heyman, Solo Sikoa, and the undisputed WWE Universal Champion got drafted first overall to Friday Night SmackDown. Which makes sense.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
I mean, Fox is not going to give up Roman Reigns anytime soon, and the Universal Championship is blue. So, I mean,
it definitely is blue. That's crazy.
So, I mean, it's right there. Now, it is interesting that the Usos did not get drafted along with Roman and the rest of the bloodline. They'll most likely get their fate on Monday, and we'll see where things go from there. 4 rounds on Raw. Most likely. We'll probably get... Well, wait. Honestly, if I remember correctly, we had at least 6 or 7 on Raw last year.
It should be. It's a 3-hour show.
We had at least 6 or 7 last year because it's a 3-hour show. So it's most likely going to be a little bit more than 4. Because let's remember, guys, we only 4 picks each round this this draft. Last year we had 3 for Raw and 2 for SmackDown. This year it was just 2 and 2.
Yeah.
So we'll probably get a little bit more. My guess is probably around 6 or 7 rounds for Raw, and then we'll see where things go from there. But that part of the Bloodline gets drafted over to Friday Night SmackDown. Makes sense, and honestly, we all should have saw that coming. Then Triple H says that means the new World Heavyweight Championship will be exclusive to Monday Night Raw. And speaking of Monday Night Raw's first overall draft pick is the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. And I know people are not really too happy about that. People wanted Roman and Cody to be on the same brand because they felt like that made sense. If Cody was going to chase Roman Reigns for the Undisputed title, then they would have to be on the same brand, right? Not necessarily if you guys are feeling the way I'm feeling right now and thinking in the way that I'm thinking. I either see 2 possible scenarios when it comes to this situation, when it comes to Cody. That's either Money in the Bank or the Royal Rumble. And I know, Royal Rumble again for Cody, how dare you? How dare you? You're just legitimately being the Cody mark that you are. Listen, I'm a huge fan of Cody. You guys know this. But at the end of the day, those are legitimately the only 2 things I see.
Trade.
And I know a lot of people are too keen on that because we talked this earlier on in the show. But man, that's legitimately the only thing I see. So if you guys see anything else, I mean, please.
It can all be so simple. All you gotta do.
Let me know.
Listen, all you gotta do is get a trade going. Or you can pull the same thing they did with Cena and Triple H, where he goes to one show and then flip it back. I don't know why they didn't do that tonight. Just to fake him out. You can do a Rollins, send Rollins to SmackDown and then just flip the 2. Just do a Rollins and Cody flip. You can do a trade on Monday. Will they do it? I don't know. I have no idea. It freaks me out that they're thinking about carrying this on until after the summer, because that's 12 months. That like starting now, we're in the running for having another year of this. Plus, we can go to chamber option, but that's risky as well. So it's just, I don't know. They got to pull off a trade on Monday. I'm just hoping and praying they pull off a trade on Monday. If they don't, we have to have a different conversation. But I'm just hoping and praying they make a trade on Monday and just find some way to get Cody on SmackDown, because I think that was USA Network's. I think that was the deal they had, because Cody being on USA Network, that's probably helping them a lot. So it's very unlikely that he leaves, but that's the only way I feel like you can fix this right now, because
you guys wanted adversity. You got it. They're on separate brands. Cody's gonna have to find his way over to Friday Night SmackDown one way or another. And now it looks like it's either going to be either 2 options: Money in the Bank or the Royal Rumble. Now, listen, I know, Prodigy, I see your comment right there, man. Money has to go to LA Knight. Yeah. Listen, I'm all for that. I want that. Honestly, I don't like. Listen, as much as you guys know I'm a Cody fan, this whole Royal Rumble Money in the Bank situation for Cody Rhodes right now, I'm like, there were other ways to go about this. And I see another Prodigy comment saying, if Cody wins the title, and I think the title that he's saying is the World Heavyweight title, it's legitimately a big consolation prize, saying that he could not beat Roman Reigns. And yes, That is 100% what we're looking at this here for. But when it all comes down to it, WWE could have done things a totally different way. It's either going to happen at SummerSlam or it's either going to happen at WrestleMania. Cody winning the title. And if it happens at SummerSlam, that's most likely saying that he is winning Money in the Bank. If it happens at Mania, he's most likely winning the Rumble. Again. And we're going down a very dangerous path here, Love, because if he wins the Rumble again from whatever position, fans are going to think that, all right, WWE is now shoving Cody down our throats, and we don't want that. We don't need that.
You got to trade him on Monday. You have to trade him on Monday, or you're going down a very risky road.
See, now here's the thing. Here's the thing when it comes to me here. I've seen so many videos as of late on TikTok about the Cody fans, right? The Cody fans getting the tattoo. The Cody fans, just saying like Cody has to win. Cody has to win the World Heavyweight Championship. Cody has to do this. Cody has to do that. You guys know me. I'm probably the biggest Cody Rhodes fan that you guys know personally. I'm not like that. I'm not getting the tattoo. I'm not saying that Cody has to win the World Heavyweight Championship because Cody shouldn't win the World Championship. Not yet. Not the World Heavyweight title. Because that's not the title that Dusty wants. Or Dusty had. Dusty had the WWE Championship. And the only WWE Championship I see is on Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
So he is going after Roman.
Especially since he lost in the manner he did.
Yes.
You would run that back. But I just
you're not just going to just let that slide.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't go out like that, it's not in my hands at this point. I don't know. Just if we're making this easy, trade. If we're trying to make this easy, but they never like making stuff easy. They like making the most difficult option for themselves all the time. So they can try to tell me that Triple H can try to tell me, oh, the story, the chapter's not finished. He can say that all he wants. The chapter was finished in April. Now you want to keep.
You legitimately they had lightning in a freaking bottle off.
Yeah.
And they chose screw the fans.
That's cool, but now
it's not cool.
No, it's cool now because we have SummerSlam. It's cool because you won the tag team titles. Hey,
wait, which one? Because we were on two different teams. I beat your ass in our match.
Yeah, I did. What? That was just cool now again. What the hell?
Wait, did I win or he win? Because I eliminated his team.
I think we did. I think us together. I think. Did I just forgive him?
I eliminated his team. Wait. Sammy, stop laughing. Sammy, stop laughing. What?
She just texted me and told me something. What am I doing? Is that what we're doing? What, bro? With Lord D. Wait, so who? Me?
Oh, Demetrius. Oh, Demetrius. Oh, that's my team. Yeah.
Oh, boo! Oh, boo! Oh, boo! God damn! Boo, man, that's crazy.
I am a WCW King of the Ring. I am a tag team champion in Sammy's universe.
Boo, man, boo! Fuck! It's ridiculous, man. What a rematch! Crazy.
The next draft pick was actually something I saw, and people actually were really mad at me for whatever reason. When I was tweeting out this pick, now I didn't actually have this in my mock draft, but I kind of had an inkling in the back of my head that this could possibly happen. The Raw Women's Champion was drafted to SmackDown, and Bianca Belair going to Friday Night SmackDown. That is a great change of pace for her. Honestly, to me, I thought Bianca Belair on Monday Night Raw was kind of getting boring. I do.
Yeah.
So her going to Friday Night SmackDown is a great change of scenery. But she's the Raw Women's Champion. And you know, when a champion gets drafted over to the other show, what's that little bit of an inkling telling you right now?
Getting a good old title swap.
Sadly, yes. And it looks like that's most likely going to be happening as Rhea Ripley will most likely get drafted over to Monday Night Raw. And it looks like if Rhea Ripley's going to Monday Night Raw, so will the rest of Judgment Day, which I'm fine with the Judgment Day staying on Raw, right? I'm fine with that. That's cool. But I mean, title swap again? Why? Like, we saw how the last one went down. Why do we need to do that again?
Yeah, that was atrocious. That was something.
Now, Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley are totally are way more professional than what ever happened between Becky and Charlotte, because they legitimately hated each other at the time.
Yeah,
or they still do. I don't know. I don't know the ladies, but
yeah.
I mean, we don't need to do the title swap again, bro. We don't.
What happened last time? That's why when freaking Becky was Charlotte threw the belt on the ground, I think.
Yeah, Charlotte threw the belt on the ground because Becky wanted it, and they were basically playing tug of war until it landed on the ground. And Sonya is like, "You pick it up right now. You pick it up right now, and you hand it over."
That was bad SmackDown. It was very bad SmackDown.
It was so bad, and we don't need to do that again.
It's probably. I assume it goes better than that, but it's just I'm happy Bianca's on SmackDown. I'm hoping that Judgment Day goes to SmackDown and Rhea stays on Raw because I want Judgment Day on SmackDown, honestly. But at the same time, I don't want them to break the damn stable up as far as just them not being on the same show.
Yeah. Right.
I don't think they need Rhea. I don't think they need Rhea with them. You know, I think this gives Dom a chance to be like away from Rhea, even though I don't know if that's the best for him, but I think it's worth a try. And I think that also depends on where Rey Mysterio gets drafted. Well, I don't think he can go back to SmackDown. Well, I don't think he can go back to Raw by stipulation, but they don't follow their own rules anyway. So they can just flip it. But I don't know. I am kind of hoping that Judgment Day goes to SmackDown and Rhea stays because it looks intriguing, but I don't know. It should be something. I don't know.
Well, to me, I see two things when it comes to this. Right, we were starting to see the development of the LWO and the Judgment Day feud, right? Mm-hmm. With Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio, and then the rest of the LWO with Zelina and Ripley and everything like that. My gut feeling is that the Judgment Day go over to Monday Night Raw. They stay over on Monday Night Raw with Rhea Ripley. The LWO stays on Friday Night SmackDown, and that is how we get those two staples separated for the time being until we get to November and War Games, where we'll have Judgment Day and the LWO meet inside War Games again, and we finally get that thing concluded and figured out. Mm-hmm. Now, I know that's in November, and I get that's like years away, basically. But that's what I see. I see those two teams going into War Games because that legitimately, that's the whole reason why they're feuding now. Because if you remember stuff going on back in the NXT days in Triple H, Triple H legitimately booked War Games months in advance with the Undisputed Era and the team that they went up against single time. Every year War Games came around and it was months ago that happened. So that's what I see. Who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they go to Friday Night SmackDown and the LWO go to Raw. Who knows? But it's a very interesting situation, and we'll see where things go from there. And then the man Becky Lynch was drafted over to Monday Night Raw, which basically meant that she stayed.
That's a really bad
She basically stayed.
Like, oh
yeah, I didn't really care for that one. I'm like, oh, okay, she stays. It's fine.
I don't know why you pick her that high. I don't know why you pick her that high. That's just...
She just stayed on Raw, and I'm like, oh, okay, I guess.
Yeah, that's cool. I don't want her on SmackDown at all, but I don't know why she gets picked that high. It's just like she hasn't done anything to get picked that high in the past. I don't know. I guess the tag titles, but I don't know if you waste a pick on her. I don't know. Don't know about that one.
So that concluded the first round. While the second round is being distributed and deliberated in the back, Triple H introduced the greatest tag team ever who will challenge for the tag titles tonight, the Usos. So then they had this whole thing between the Usos, Sami, and KO. Jay said that the Bloodline is now in your city, and he congratulated the Tribal Chief Roman for going number 1 overall in the 2023 draft. The crowd booed loudly.
Finally.
Which I was very happy about that. Jay says that he knows Reigns is at home watching. So tonight they will be dedicating their win to Roman and the rest of the Bloodline. Then Sami and KO came out. And a Sami chant broke out. Zayn says that he is not here to talk some sense into them or talk them into anything, but he wants to say one last thing. How come when the Usos are standing on the stage, the Usos don't think it's strange that since the Usos were in the main event of WrestleMania and Roman Reigns hasn't talked to them since, they're dedicating tonight's match to Roman, but didn't they see what just happened? Roman, Heyman, and Solo got drafted over to SmackDown, but not the Usos. No bloodline. Zayn says that that they'll be walking out with the tag team titles tonight. Jay just cut him off screaming, saying that they aren't going to be walking out with anything. And Jimmy says, once and for all, we will win those tag team titles back. And then Owens just snapped, saying, listen, I'm sick and tired of talking about this. I'm tired of hearing all this crap. I'm tired of talking about this, talking about that, kicking your ass, and we're kicking the hell out of you tonight and retaining this tag team titles. Plain and simple.
Just like that.
So to recap the first round, we had the undisputed Universal Champion Roman Reigns, Paul Heyman, and Solo Sikoa going to SmackDown. Raw got Cody Rhodes. SmackDown got the Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair, and Raw got Becky Lynch. Those three are fine. The first 3, fine. Becky, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know about that one. I don't know.
So, our first matchup of the night, Butch versus LA Knight.
Yeah.
Now, I had no idea why this match was even fucking happening. I really didn't. They showed us something why this match is happening, but I mean,
I'll take it. Shit.
I guess I'll take it, but I mean, sure. And here's the thing, Loth, I'm so fucking happy. You wanna know why?
Bro.
LA won.
Finally.
Finally.
I was like, oh shit. He hasn't.
I was legitimately playing on my phone, right? Just scrolling through TikTok, and then I hear 1, 2, 3. I'm like, oh, it's probably Butch, right? I look, I was like, it's LA Knight.
Yeah, freaking won a match, man. It's crazy. You're back on top, man. It's crazy. Shit.
So, I mean, like, and the crowd erupted, by the way. The crowd erupted.
Because they love him. He's amazing.
So, he's so freaking over, bro, and I love it. Oh, man. So LA Knight won. And so, I mean, it was so good. So good. Knight got Butch into a torture rack, but Butch landed on his feet. Knight quickly booted him in the face for a 2 count. Butch then soon came back and took Knight down, but Knight gets to the bottom rope. Knight then goes out of the ring and drives Butch shoulder first into the ring post. And then Knight hit him with the BFT for the win. The win, guys. He fucking won.
Finally, man.
So happy.
We're on the way. We are on the way.
So happy, man. We get back to backstage, and the Usos are getting fired up with Paul Heyman and Solo Sikoa behind them. Heyman says that everyone thinks that the Usos are getting drafted to Raw, but they're really getting drafted to the Island of Relevancy or the Ocean of Obscurity. Tonight, they'll be rid of the failure at WrestleMania. The Tribal Chief wants them to know, now one way or another, tonight is their night. Or tonight is the night. And then Solo got his thumb taped up. So Heyman, looking at Solo Sikoa, is saying that tonight is the night. Solo was all in on attacking the Usos if they did not get the job done. Or that's what was insinuated.
Yeah.
And man, dude, the freaking layers, bro. And Prodigy, what the fuck?
That's crazy.
I'm not reading that. I'm not highlighting that. I'm not reading that. No.
That's crazy.
And by the way, Prodigy, if you really want to know what BFT actually does stand for, because I actually have it right here, it's the blunt force trauma.
Oh, they said down 2K. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not that.
Definitely not that.
I read it silently in my head, but I didn't read it out loud, Aiden. I'm not going to read that out loud because that out loud is just wild. And
that's crazy.
I had to keep it on cat, and I have to. It's my job. I have to interact with you guys.
Damn.
So yeah, man. Solo insinuating basically that he was gonna take out the Usos if they did not get the job done. The layers of the story continue to grow. Solo is Roman's right-hand man at this point.
Shit, man. They're gonna mess it up, and they're gonna mess it up. They're gonna mess it up. Yeah, they're gonna mess it up. I got a bad feeling about how SummerSlam's gonna go now. I have a bad feeling about how SummerSlam's gonna go. Oh God, whatever.
So it's time for round 2. And RVD and Michael P.S. Hayes are
Yeah.
the two. And man, Michael P.S. Hayes in that hair, man.
You look good. He didn't look bad at all. That shit was crazy.
He's looking good. He is looking good. Fabulous Freebird, Michael P.S. Hayes.
Yeah, look all right.
And the first pick of round 2 goes to SmackDown. And it sees Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins go to SmackDown. I like that pick. I like that pick mainly because it's a nice change of scenery. Once again, I want the tag team titles to be unified, like for real unified, but that's not going to happen. So,
man, probably not.
round number 2, pick number 2, allow an RVD chant happen. As he said, it'll be the Intercontinental Champion Gunther, Giovanni Vinci, and Ludwig Kaiser. Imperium goes to Monday Night Raw. I love it, man.
Solid pick.
I love it, man. Great stuff there. Honestly, it is their first solid pick because Gunther going to Monday Night Raw, that just fit. I remember the first time Gunther showed up on Monday Night Raw. I don't know if you remember this or not, but Seth freaking Rollins had a match in England, like about a few years ago. I think it was like 2018 or whatever, when he was still known as Walter.
Oh.
And he just showed up.
Damn.
On Raw for no reason. We thought that was his main roster call-up right there.
Damn.
Back then. And Rollins had a pretty decent match with the Walter at the time. And nothing came out of that. He went back to NXT UK because he was still over there. So,
yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, it's a very interesting fact right there. And he's going back to Monday Night Raw, or going to Monday Night Raw in this iteration of him. So, interesting there. And Imperium, Monday Night Raw, I'm liking it, man.
Yeah, I'll take it. I mean, I thought you were talking about when they showed up at fucking Raw 30, because that was the only thing I was thinking of. But them
at Raw 32. I remember that.
I'm hoping that this is just a new like lease for Gunther, because he's done everything he can on SmackDown. He's beat everyone he can. I hope this gives him more time on the show, because his matches have been short because SmackDown comes on at 2 hours. So I mean, hopefully this means that he gets longer matches against different people. He's not going to be just fighting the same people over and over again. So I'm cool with it. It's going to be nice to see him.
SmackDown then picked up Edge at number 2.
That's
in round 2, which is fantastic. I love that Edge is back on SmackDown. I love it.
Bringing the feeling back, man. Oh my god.
On this day.
I can't. Oh my god. When he was on SmackDown every week during the Roman feud, that was peak Edge right there. That was
for sure, man.
Oh. Yeah, that's gonna be cool.
And then the final pick in round 2 saw Monday Night Raw go with Matt Riddle. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Again, another dud pick. It was like, okay. Cool, I guess.
See, Matt Riddle going to Monday Night Raw is something that you could have announced today, on Saturday, on social media.
Yeah.
I don't care, bro. Like bro.
Like, it was there. Like, he's cool.
I mean, he's cool. I like Riddle.
Yeah. It's just, Matt.
I like Riddle, but I mean, did you really need to do that? No.
Raw had a lot of those picks that were just like, okay, you know.
And I did kind of have to figure out something too. Because when it comes to the WWE draft, they love keeping the WWE couples together. So when Bianca went over to Friday Night SmackDown, I kind of had a feeling that the Street Profits would have came over here.
I thought they were going to send Montez over, so I mean, then they sent Angelo over too, so that makes sense, though. I guess.
So I mean, how?
That makes sense, though.
So the Street Profits make their way to the ring, and we're getting some random triple threat tag team match. I'm cool with it.
That shit was
makes no
crazy.
sense.
That was a good ass match.
This wasn't for anything, but hell, I mean, this is a great match.
That was a good ass match.
So, it's the Street Profits taking on Ricochet and Braun versus the LWO, Cruz del Toro, and Walking Wild. Basically, Legado del Fantasma. And this went crazy. Street Profits were able to pick up the win. With the Spinebuster Frog Splash combo to Ricochet. And got the win. And it was just an overall great triple threat match between the three teams, and it had the Street Profits shine as they showed up on their new brand of SmackDown and got the win.
You know the most important thing about this match, Phil? They finally did it right. Triple threat tag team match. 3 people start off, not 2, and then the other tag teams on the apron, like they're dumb.
Yeah.
Stop doing that. That's so stupid. Yeah. Every wrestling company does it. I've watched them do it in every wrestling promotion. Stop. All of you. Stop it. That's not how you do these matches. When they have a fatal 4-way tag match, one person from each of the 4 teams should be in the ring at once. One of the Raiders is not going to want to tag in one of the Profits so they could potentially win the match. That's stupid. That's the way you do the match. Thank you, God. They finally did something. Please don't mess it up again. Because now we know that you know how to do it. You see how it turned out, right? You see how it turned out. You see how a great match. Don't do that anymore. Don't do that anymore. They pulled it off. Just keep doing that, please. Shit.
We saw a video package for the Bad Bunny, Damian Priest, San Juan street fight that happens at Backlash. So there we go with that. And then it was time for round 3 of the WWE draft. JBL represented SmackDown. And Teddy Long, who is the fucking SmackDown general manager, or was back in the day, represented Raw. Why?
I don't know.
Teddy just switched up on us.
Crazy, man. It's crazy.
So,
why did it?
First pick went to SmackDown again. And I'm going to let you announce this one, man, because JBL said the perfect name to go to Friday Night SmackDown.
Hey, listen. I thought John said Raw. So as soon as he said the name, I was about to turn the damn show off. I thought they got me again. But finally, for the first time since 2007, that's around the same time I started freaking watching on fucking UPN. They bought the big black angry bald milk Dutch, strongest Bob, biggest Bob, angriest Bob, fucking yeah. He's finally back on SmackDown. Y'all saw the video like 6 hours ago. That's all I wanted. I was okay with everything else. But they bought back the biggest Bob you've ever seen. You right there watching. You've never seen a Bob bigger than that. Now, he is finally on the blue brand. Now you got big black blue Bob back. That's a lot of B's. You hear me? Bitch, that's another B. He's back. And he's going to do great things. He's away from that World Heavyweight Champ. I don't want Bob anywhere near that belt, if I'm being completely honest with you. Just feature him every week. Throw him in some main events. That right there is going to be when that bum with both belts, when he's not on the show, that's your main event right there. Even when he is on the show, that's your main event right there. That's it right there. Now, what you do with Omos and them, and potentially Cedric and Sheldon, and putting them, I don't know how you go about that. That depends on if they want to do the Hurt Business stuff again. But all I'm worried about is that Bob is on SmackDown. Potentially get him a manager, so he doesn't have to talk on the mic, because God knows he can't do that. But everything else is okay. Bob's on SmackDown, and life is good. Life's all right. I'm happy.
That's right.
That's all I want.
What did you say earlier today? You're like Bob down, smack Bob. Oh wait, I don't want to smack Bob because he's too big.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of something to say. I'm trying to combine both of them. None of them sounded right. Smack. I think we landed with smack Bob, even though I'm not going to smack Bob. It is what it is.
So Bobby Lashley landed on SmackDown. Great fucking pick right there, man, because he's been needing a change of scenery for so freaking long. And I love that. Drew McIntyre going to Monday Night Raw. Again, another great change of scenery for him. That's great. That's another good pick for Raw. So, I mean, finally, we're getting somewhere. Yeah. The OC, consisting of AJ Styles, Gallows and Anderson, and Mia Yim, all go to Friday Night SmackDown. Great pickup for the Blue Brand.
Unbelievable. I think that was the final kill shot to Raw. I ain't gonna lie. I think that was the final kill shot, because damn, they getting AJ. But I didn't think, when he said OC, I didn't expect to hear AJ. When he finished that and AJ, I was like, okay, now we're good, because you brought back the man. Was it the champ that runs the camp?
Yes, there's that. Yep.
AJ back on SmackDown is great. They're really restoring the feeling of SmackDown now, and this makes me think that like they're potentially doing what I wanted them to do, and that's put Raw in absolute obscurity, because they're taking everyone they need to take. Now, obviously, Monday can just be a full out sweep. We don't know how Monday's gonna go.
Now, Monday could even this out here. Monday could even this out if they want to, and honestly, we should even this out, because right now SmackDown's overpowered.
SmackDown's being an ass right now. So they better do something quick.
SmackDown's overpowered, and I love it. I love that SmackDown's getting this great roster back again. I love it, but I don't want to just be sleeping on Monday Night Raw. Even though I should be probably sleeping on Monday.
Yeah.
Even though I probably should be sleeping on Mondays, because Monday's 3 hours and it's excruciating to get through.
Yes, give me another reason not to watch Raw. I'm okay. Give me another reason to not watch Raw. I'm waiting for another reason to not watch it.
Here's a reason not to watch Monday Night Raw. The Miz.
Oh yeah, what is that? What is that?
Miz.
Why'd they pick that? Why they pick Miz like that? I got a problem with Miz. You don't pick Miz right there. You don't respond to the OC with the Miz. You don't pick the Miz. You could have just picked Judgment Day at that point. Well, I don't think they were eligible tonight. Anyway, you could have picked anybody. You could have picked that. You could have. I think Hit Row was eligible. You could have picked Hit Row. If you want to respond to that's not really the best response, but it's a response. Miz, come on, man. They said it like freaking. Who said it? I think Teddy said it. Teddy said it like it was his. I'm like, come on, man.
Miz.
If anything, Miz should have went to SmackDown. If we're being honest, I would have probably popped more for Miz being on SmackDown. If we're being honest, but them picking Miz, nah.
Freaking Miz.
Nah.
Just not a good round 3 again for Monday Night Raw. I mean, Drew was okay. Drew was fine.
Miz. Drew was good. That's a good pick.
And then we had Chelsea Green. Oh wait, no, it's Sonya with Chelsea versus Zelina. I did not care. I thought
Really?
this was. I mean, the match was fine. The match was fine, and what happened after the match that was even better. But just going into this match, when I see Sonya and Zelina just making their entrance, I'm like, okay, it's just going to be a Zelina win, hopefully,
Yeah.
and thank God we got that. Um, yeah, no, she didn't do her apron dance,
I was
sadly.
waiting for that. That's what I wanted.
Um, I was waiting for it too. but
That's what I was here for.
but Zelina Vega getting the win here, that's fine. Like I'm all fine now. I'm all for that, right? Obviously, because she's gonna get some momentum heading into Rhea Ripley for Backlash. But when I just saw that graphic, I'm like, oh, okay, something has to happen after the match, right? And thank God it did, because
Mhm.
I wasn't really caring for it. Just me though. But I love Zelina, and I'm
Yeah.
glad she won because she need. I love that they are actually using Zelina Vega, and like to the fullest of her freaking potential now too.
That's what I'm so happy about. I'm happy that they're giving her they're presenting her. We know she's in the stable, but they're presenting her as one. They're giving her the presentation that she rightfully deserves because she's still the queen of the ring. They
Yeah,
don't mention it anymore, but she still is.
technically, she is still the Queen's crown winner. Yes.
Yeah. So they needed to. They definitely need to present that better. But listen, most likely she's not going to win at Backlash. I would be floored if they took the belt off Rhea right now.
I would love it, but hate it at the same time.
That's the thing. I would be astonished that they took it off Rhea, but I would love if Zelina won. I would
Like I would
love.
love it that she won, but I'd be like so floored because I'm like, why? Because Rhea's so good.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great match. I hope they give them the time they deserve because
Yes.
people act like Rhea can't wrestle. I mean, not Rhea, freaking Zelina. Zelina can wrestle really, really well, and I'm gonna tell you, she put on good matches with Liv on Raw. That like I feel like only me and like some Liv Morgan's fans remember just because. But and this was before like this was when Liv like wasn't where she's at now because she's improved over time. Liv was like still getting her way into like being a solo superstar, so it wasn't all the way there yet. Her and Zelina still had chemistry as far as wrestling goes.
Yes.
So I'm very happy Zelina's getting this moment. I need this match to be as like I need this to be an exhibition for Zelina. Even in the loss, I need this to be an exhibition so people can really like. If you don't believe in Zelina, this should make them a believer. You know
Yeah.
that even in the loss, she can still look good, and um, she gets the spot in Puerto Rico. So I'm happy for her. I really hope they give her the time that she deserves um, at Backlash.
Here's the thing that I've learned from and honestly, I've learned this from going to so many of the indie shows here in Connecticut and talking with the actual pro wrestlers that I've gotten to actually know quite well over there. And they've actually told me this one thing that honestly could go universal throughout all wrestling promotions. And I feel like people need to honestly kind of adapt to this. You don't always have to go over and win to get over
Yeah,
with the crowd.
yeah,
You don't always have to win you don't have to win all the time. But as long as you get the moments and you get the actual minutes that you are deserving of and actually using those minutes to the fullest of potential, you can get over with the crowd and you can be a crowd favorite. And
that's
that
right.
is what Zelina Vega has been doing since getting back in the ring.
Hmm.
She's not winning all the time, but she's using her minutes to the fullest of her ability and getting the crowd right where she needs them.
As long as you plant that seed of doubt in the mind of the person watching, you've completed what needs to be done before the match. The
Yes.
execution is the other half, but the part is the other part of doing that is planting that seed that maybe, just maybe, they can win. And I think they're doing a good job of putting that there, because she deserves that. She deserves the acknowledgement points for that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm asking for a good match. If they do something as crazy as pull the trigger on that, that would be a moment. But
I would be
assuming a
so
real
happy,
win,
but
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, but it's assuming a real win. I just want a good match out of them, and I know they can do it.
yeah. You want to know what show I asked you? Know? What good? This guy Carlos.
Damn, is
Wait,
he lagging for real?
okay. Wait, yeah. I think. God damn it. Okay.
I think we're good.
Can you guys hear me?
You're lagging. Damn,
Shit.
he's lagging for us. Yeah, I didn't hear like a word you said after, like, what I like that. I didn't hear any of that.
Are we are we here? Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, I'm pretty sure. I hear you now.
All right. Um
Say what you said
okay.
again.
So I so I learned that entire thing of like getting over but not, like you don't have to, be put over to get over type deal
Mm-hmm.
from when my good friend Mike Skyros faced off against freaking Carlito in a triple threat match.
Damn.
I was talking to Skyros and Carlito before their match when they were doing the whole meet and greets and everything before the show started.
Mm-hmm.
And Phil and they're like, Phil, you're gonna want to look at that triple threat match because all I'm telling you this is right now. And just remember this because we're gonna talk to the show and see what you learn from the saying here. You don't have to be put over to get over. And Carlito won that triple threat, but
Mm-hmm.
Mike Skyros was the one that basically got over in that match because of what he did and maximizing those minutes that he had.
Yeah.
They told me that entire thing, and I'm like, dude, that should be universally used by everybody
Mm-hmm.
and get that across because it's legitimately true. You don't have to win all the time, but as long as you get those minutes, use them.
Yeah, that makes sense. For real, for real.
I love that, and I continue to actually try to figure that out now. And hopefully, listen, AEW, TK, listen. I know you listen to me. I get that. I'm your freaking son, or at least that's what people think I am.
That's crazy.
Please let people use their minutes.
Mm, yeah.
Please. Hey, here's the thing: have Jade freaking Cargill go out there for more than 5.
They're
I
doing
don't
her a
know why
major
I'm just
disservice,
calling
by the
out
way.
Jade for whatever reason now, but yeah, I'll
No,
do it.
no. They're doing her a major disservice right now. Oh my god.
Have her do more than 5-minute matches. And she's been doing 5-minute matches since her debut. So what happened?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but it's legitimately the truth.
No, they gotta figure that shit out immediately because they're doing her a major disservice. Major.
So now you finally see where I'm coming from.
Oh no, yeah.
People,
After that freaking tie match, I was like, yeah, no. I I turned on the show just for that match, and I was like,
every match that Jade has, Prodigy is 5 minutes or less.
for the most part,
Every
yeah.
match she has. You look at the record, I don't even think she's ever had a 10-minute match plus. At least I don't think. Maybe I'm wrong. You know what? The first match I thought she actually could have gone 10 minutes plus with? was freaking
What?
Athena.
Oh
I
yeah.
thought they were gonna at least give those girls time. But
Yeah.
no, that was a 5-minute squash, maybe less.
They're trying to give her that Goldberg treatment, and that's cool. But
No, it's not. When you're beating
oh,
everybody on the roster, who gives a shit? You're going into Roman territory,
yeah,
and that is not fair. That is not.
yeah,
That's not what it is. We
yeah.
are not making the female Roman Reigns here.
It's too late now. Kinda. Roman puts on long matches, at least. At least that. Yeah.
If I have Jade Cargill go into this freaking thing with 900 freaking days, I am going to lose it.
Hey. I,
Okay, so 3 matches out of her 50 some odd matches in her career. 3 matches.
and the Shaq one was one. That's funny.
And
Shaq. Yeah, man.
so Zelina Vega picked up the win there. And then the SmackDown Women's Champion, the real SmackDown Women's Champion, Rhea Ripley, immediately blindsides Zelina Vega before hitting Deville with a headbutt. Mommy chants breakout, and then Ripley goes for a riptide, but Zelina counters it into a DDT out of freaking nowhere, and I love that counter. Vega
Mhm.
quickly escaped the ring and basically got into the head of Rhea Ripley before San Juan and the SmackDown Women's title match. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Very good, very nice.
After commercial break, Escobar and Rey Mysterio were excited that Zelina got what she got against Ripley. Vega says that she is excited to perform in front of her family. And then Mysterio says, no matter what anybody says, you could be the women's champion if you fight what's up in here and fight what's in here. I fall all my way into the Hall of Fame. You can do the same thing and become SmackDown Women's Champion for the LWO. And then they hugged, and then we went into round 4. So, this entire LWO has like reinvigorated everybody in
Yeah,
this stable.
for real.
Legado del Fantasma were already great, but them being paired up with Rey Mysterio got them even better. That got them even more, over with the crowd. And Zelina Vega being a part of it, I mean, that's just great right there.
Yeah.
Now, I see Aiden's comment here saying that they need to drop the LWO theme. How do you feel about that, man? Because they do start it off with Eddie, and then they do whatever the LWO theme is.
I didn't realize Eddie was in it until tonight. Because I heard the song and I got like goosebumps. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why is that? That was my first time I heard it. So
Yeah.
it's cool. Yeah, I ain't got no problem with it. I did like the Legato theme, but I liked that they're separating what Legato was into what that LWO is. So it's not just, it doesn't seem like just like an extension. So I'm cool with it.
I like the LWO theme personally, and honestly, having the Eddie part a part of it, I think that makes it even better. I do.
Yeah.
And to the people, I don't understand why people like this have to, to this length figure this out. But I don't know if you saw this or not. But and I don't want to talk right now. Hold on. I don't know if you guys can hear me right now, but when
Yeah.
Chavo, did you hear Chavo and what he was saying?
I think he's trying to build up another match between him and Ray. I don't think he was actually mad.
Because it's like, oh yeah, you're using Eddie for your own fame and fortune. Bro, listen. Can nobody reference Eddie anymore? Can nobody? Because Conan got all pissed off when Kesha did a frog splash. Now Chavo is getting pissed off that Eddie and Ray are in the same sentence. What is going on?
The only thing I understand is I do think they mentioned Eddie too much when on Raw, because like every time Dom does a suplex, they mention Eddie. Like I understand. I think they do that spot too much of Dom doing the Three Amigos. I understand. Yeah, I think they do that spot too much because they say Kevin Patrick says the same thing. He's paying homage to Eddie Guerrero. We know, they throw that line in there every Dom match since Judgment Day. They do that exact same spot in his matches. I understand you don't have to say it at every Raw show because it lessens the impact of it. That's why it meant so much when they played his song at WrestleMania, because no one really expected that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when you say he's paying homage to Eddie, yeah, we know he's paying homage to Eddie. It hit hard the first 3 times you did it. It doesn't hit hard anymore. You know what I'm saying? So that's
now
what
it seems like nobody can even do anything Eddie Guerrero without it, getting to the Guerrero's head. I mean, Takeshita did a frog splash and Conan got pissed off. Can nobody do frog splashes anymore?
I don't agree with that. That's kind of stupid. I don't agree with that.
Like, what happened?
They oversaturated it in a way to where now everything is like, and this is what WWE does sometimes, and they're on the brink of doing it with Umaga and Solo. They're not there yet, but they're on the brink of doing it. They just oversaturate. It's not an egregious thing, but it's something that they need to stop doing because it's repetitive. And you say the same line over every week. Kevin Patrick says the exact same line every week. Like it's crazy.
Well, Kevin's Kevin, and he's terrible. But I mean,
but that's what they give him. So they got to stop, please.
Okay. So let's get this straight right here, right now. And I want you guys to play along at the freaking comments here. Let's say Lawfer and I did a frog splash. It's our first match, and we do a frog splash. I guess we're trashing the Guerrero name. I guess we're trashing the Guerrero name.
No, it's
because we're not Mexican. Because we're not Mexican, and we can't do it.
Those two things are not the same. Those two things are not the same.
That's how they're making it seem, though, bro.
Yeah,
just because we're not Mexican, we can't do the things. It's crazy.
No, because you have to realize what comes with that. What comes with all of that, like it's like when they do a Swanton bomb. They mention Jeff when they can. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But you have to take into consideration that the biggest wrestling company in the world does say Eddie Guerrero 6 times in every Raw show. You have to take that into account. You have to take into account that this entire Judgment Day feud has been Dom saying, "I'm still Eddie's real son." All of that has to be taken into account. Obviously, every time you do a frog splash, then it's not just you're trying to destroy Eddie's name, because Montez does it all the time. And I've went on record and said that Montez.
I was gonna say Montez, yes.
Montez does a better frog splash than Eddie. I say that all the time. You know what I'm saying? That's not me trashing Eddie. That's just what that's just my belief. But you have to take, if Raw didn't do what they do every week, then I wouldn't understand it. I understand the anger now, because every time Chavo hears his uncle being mentioned, it's on Raw with Dom doing the Three Amigos spot and Kevin Patrick saying the exact same line at the exact same time of every single show. I would get mad too. I don't think it's correct, but I understand. You know what I'm saying? So I'm on both sides of the fence. It's very stupid to get mad at someone for doing a frog splash. But at the same time, if you keep oversaturating,
I mean, Takeshita did not deserve that, bro. Takeshita did not deserve that.
Of course not. But you got to take it for what it is. Of course, he didn't deserve it, but you got to take it for what it is. There's a reasoning for why he got it. Do I think he should have? No. but that's just the reason for it. You know what I'm saying? There's a cause and effect of everything. And when you do too much of something, you're going to get an effect. You may not like the effect, but the effect is there still. So you got to take it for what it is. That's all.
I don't know, man. It kind of just grinded my gears because mean, listen, Mercedes did it all the time when she was in WWE, the Frog Splash and everything like that. They said the whole Eddie Guerrero thing too, and nobody was complaining about that. But again,
the situations were different.
Eddie was her hero, so that was different.
And again, they didn't have Dom on Raw every week saying Eddie 15 times. That was a different scenario. You got to take this for what it is. You oversaturate something, you can't get mad when people react to your oversaturation. I don't care what show it is. You oversaturate something, that's what happens.
Ray brought back the LWO in tribute of Eddie, but no, I guess they're taking that in a totally different context.
I would too.
It's
I would too. If I don't know what's real and what's fake, I would question everything. I would.
Yeah.
Let's say about this. Say if I just died, right? Say if I just fucking died. Don't I hope not. God, what if I just fucking checked? Okay. If every wrestling podcast in the wrestling TikTok started doing a tribute to me at 9:30 after every night, you will get mad after a while. Because you'd be like, why are they saying the same thing every show? It would become oversaturated. Yes, I understand the tribute, I understand, but when someone passes on, it's different. Throwing the same, they don't even do it with Solo as much. They started off with Solo, but they kind of backed away from it. He still does the Samoan spike, and he does all that stuff still, but they don't mention Umaga's name at every twist and turn.
Well, that's
you don't have to.
Yeah,
it's insinuated.
Yeah,
you don't have to. Raw says Eddie's name 8 times during every Raw show, so now they're on defense because now they don't. Maybe they don't want. That's not something that I'm sure they're 100% happy with. And I understand. Do I agree? Not 100%, but I understand. Yeah, we know. We know. We understand. You don't have to keep pushing the same shit. We understand. Stop. That's all.
Okay, so I guess when it comes to this, then we're kind of getting into the whole. All right, so I want to bring this up because it was kind of bringing up the same kind of narrative that people were trying to say when it came to Cody and Dusty. We understand you're doing this for your father.
Yes.
You don't have to do this every single freaking time.
Yes.
Don't say your father's name because this is your story, not your dad's.
Yes, you do not have to say Dusty after every. We understand. You said it on your first pro. We remember. We were watching. We all saw. You don't have to say it every single week. It's insinuated.
We saw the big screen. We saw the big screen with your father.
We all saw the picture. Yes, I understand. Yes, great. You don't have to. This is not about that. You know, you don't have to say that every twist and turn. After a while, it loses the feeling, and it already lost the feeling with Cody and Dusty. Cody didn't even want his name mentioned anymore because they just kept saying Dusty all day.
Cody didn't even win his match at Mania.
Yeah, the man didn't want to say his dad's name. That's crazy. Because they say it every week. You know he's Cody.
And honestly, and honestly, it took Paul Heyman to say, "Listen, we don't care about your father anymore. This is you."
Yeah.
When Cody and Paul did their promo.
Yeah, we understand, but this is not Dusty versus Roman. This is you versus Roman. So let's talk about you. Don't talk about him. Because then they're gonna want him. They're gonna want more Dusty stuff, but you can't get that because you're pushing a narrative of someone who unfortunately is no longer here. So stop.
I guess I was still just kind of pissed off about the whole Takeshita thing because that was just totally unwarranted. But then again, that was just what it was.
Yeah, that was coming in. Yeah, I understand.
But yeah, man, that was almost so It then turned into round 4 of the draft. And round 4, it definitely turned into something. Round 4 was definitely something because I honestly, like, there were NXT call-ups all over the place in this thing. We'll get into what the OC basically just attacked the Viking Raiders. They came out. AJ looked great. They basically acted like heels throughout this entire thing and just attacked the Viking Raiders. For what? I don't know. And then they said, this is the OC's house, and they're certainly not done. And then AJ did a phenomenal form to Eric, and that was basically it. Or to Ivar, and that was it. OC being heels on SmackDown, I'm fine with that. That gives them a purpose. That gives them legitimately something to hang on to. I'm cool with that. I am.
Mm-hmm.
I know, like, AJ being back is all I care about, honestly, and that's fantastic in itself. So AJ being back, him looking great, I think they're going to be perfectly fine on SmackDown, and I think it's going to work.
Yeah.
And then round 4 happened, and this went all over the place. Because it was Shawn Michaels and Road Dogg. And I'm like, all right, Shawn Michaels is out here. There's going to be some NXT call-ups.
Mm-hmm.
Because Shawn is here, he runs NXT, and he's going to be mad.
Yeah.
He's going to be mad. And he looked mad.
I see why.
I don't know if he was shoot mad or story mad or what. But
he was mad.
But he was mad. Because he said, Road Dogg was doing SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
And no, wait, no. No, Shawn did SmackDown because Shawn did the Amplifier and
yeah.
And that pick. And then Road Dogg said, listen, I don't know if you can lose your smile twice in one night, but it looks like you're gonna do it again because Indy went to Raw. So Damage Control went first overall in round 4. All in Damage Control. So Bailey, Dakota, and Io. They're staying together for now.
Yeah.
They're still breaking up, don't worry. They're breaking up.
Pretty much.
They're breaking up. So, I mean, there's that. Shinsuke Nakamura went to Raw. Interesting pick. I'm not mad at it. I think it's a great change of scenery for him, but again, it's an okay for Raw. Nothing too
That
major.
was a lifeline for Raw. They needed that.
The NXT Women's Tag Team Champions, Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, go to SmackDown.
Yeah.
Interesting pick. And I'm not mad at that at all.
It's interesting.
I just thought that was interesting. Because then, when they were getting interviewed, Kaden and Katana Chance, I still want to call her Casey Catanzaro.
I still call her Casey.
After months of her name. Out of all of that, they said, listen, you're not taking those tag team titles. We're going to take them on Tuesday. And they're like, sure. So we have a tag team title match on Tuesday. So, I mean, there we go. They're going to lose those tag team titles and go to SmackDown.
You know what I would do with that?
What's up?
I would have Casey and Kaden win and unify the women's belts and the NXT belts and just make one belt. Or one set of belts.
You want to know why? You want to know why the women's tag team titles were initiated in the first place?
No. What? Why?
Because the women's tag team titles for the WWE, they said, and they legitimately said this, that they were going to float between Raw, SmackDown, and NXT.
They did say that. That's crazy.
And then Vince, when he was running NXT, they're like, God damn it, Triple H, you made tag team titles for the women over there on the main roster. Now we gotta get them over here on NXT. And then they made the NXT women's tag team titles. And they're like, dude, no, to have here. And then they made that happen, and then that's how we got this here. Women's tag team titles don't need to happen. And I've been saying this. But we're here now. And Kaden and Casey are going to be tag team champions again. When they honestly should have been the ones called up.
Yeah.
It was a very, very interesting pick. And not to mention, the other interesting pick was Indy Hartwell, who is the NXT Women's Champion.
And
injured to Monday Night Raw. Now, guys, don't worry. I am not shitting on Indy at all. Indy Hartwell has been wanting this. Indy Hartwell has been needing a main roster call-up for years. But Laf, I ask you the same question I asked you off stream. Why the hell did she retain her title at Spring Breakin' when she was going to get called up anyway? Why did she win the Why did she win the title in the first place when she was going to get called up eventually?
I don't know why you wait. Let me not say waste. I don't know why you pick Indy instead of Roxanne. Because first of all, Raw needs some firepower, and that will be firepower. Because Indy is hurt and it's NXT champion. So she either loses from now until Backlash. I mean, yeah, well, she loses till now until after Backlash.
Okay, so wait, what's the next NXT event?
Battleground.
Is that happening soon?
I think it's after Backlash. I don't know when it is actually. There's only one match scheduled, and that's Braun versus Melo. So I don't know when Battleground is. It makes me think it's after Backlash, but usually it's before. But we just had Spring Break.
NXT Battleground, May 28th.
Oh God.
May 28th. So we got a month. We got a month, bro.
Yeah.
We have to get at least some kind of NXT women's title match before then, right?
They're probably gonna
have a defender on now.
Yeah. I think you put on
Tiffany. Stripper of it, but I don't want that.
They might do that too because she's injured, so they may just do the injury thing. They did it to Roxy.
No, but that was like a legit thing.
I know, but
she legitimately passed out.
I know, but what if Indy's actually hurt though? You have two injuries.
They should have never called her up.
You are correct. See, we're back at square one.
They never called her up.
We're back at square one now. Yeah.
But like here's the thing. Here's the thing about that, Corbin. If they draft Melo, then they would have. If they drafted Melo, they would have had to vacate the NXT title, and I don't want that either.
Yeah.
I'm all for NXT call-ups, but make them make sense when they happen. Grayson Waller would have been a great pick, but he's injured. Braun Breaker would have been a great pick, but now he's in the feud with Melo. Pretty Deadly would have been a great pick for tonight, but no, they didn't get picked. They're most likely going to get picked on Raw, but who knows what happens there.
And they're dead.
And they died, from what I hear. I didn't know they died, but they're dead. R.I.P. Pretty Deadly.
Tony killed them.
I didn't know that, bro.
That's what it is, I guess.
All I saw was one of them get served in a like got hit with a surfboard in a goddamn kiddie ball pit. That's all I saw.
Yeah, no, man, it's over with.
I didn't see them get tossed into the Long Island Sound like Jack Swagger. I didn't.
Guys, they're sleeping with the fishes now. So
Remember when Jack Swagger got tossed into the Long Island Sound? That was fucking
do I?
hilarious.
I was man.
That was hilarious, bro.
Do I remember? Yes. That's all I remember.
He got 619 into the 619 Hurricanrana into the goddamn Gulf of Mexico.
That was good SmackDown right there, man. That was good SmackDown. Oof. Damn.
But dude, I've been getting not talked at, but like when I tweeted out about like it was a perfect opportunity for either Tiffany or Roxanne to get drafted over. Our good friend Liz said that Tiffany even said it herself that she's not ready for the main roster yet, and I know she said that, but she's ready. She's ready. I don't care if she thinks she's not ready. She's ready. Give it to me. I want her there.
I understand. I mean,
but no, I know what she means. Like if she thinks she's not ready, she's obviously not ready in her mind, and I get that. And she wants to accomplish more things in NXT, which is perfectly fine. Because I do think she is champion material, and I think she will be a champion.
Absolutely.
It's honestly only a matter of time. Honestly, to me, I would have Tiffany. I would. But I mean, I don't know, man. Just make it make sense when it comes to Indy. We'll be fine on the main roster. She'll be definitely fine.
If it was me,
it didn't make sense for the time.
If it was me, I would have drafted 75% of that women's roster over. I would have sent 75% of the NXT women's roster over to the main roster because Sean's doing the best job at booking women out of anybody I know. He's doing the best job over there. So
two greatest divisions that I see right now. The two greatest women's divisions I see right now are NXT and Impact.
Yeah. Yeah. They're doing a great job. I would just get it all, like most of them, and just push them over, and then just you split them up, and then you send both of them over to Friday Night SmackDown or Raw. And now your Raw, your women's division is rejuvenated because you got all the people in NXT who don't need to be there anymore, and you just push them over, and then you bring the people you got in the PC, and you got Lash Legend and Jakara doing great job. You got Jakara and Lash are on the tag team on Level Up. Bring them to NXT and give them more TV time. Because Lash was already on TV, but they cut her off. They gave her the whole talk show gimmick, and it was cool. But for some reason, they scrapped it. Cool. You bring Jakar and Lash up. You bring Lola Vice and Elektra Lopez back up because they're doing a good job with their tag team on Level Up too. And then you just keep the door revolving because they have people in the PC. You bring them to Level Up, and then you just keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? And then when Lash and Jakar are ready, then you bring them to the main roster. When Lola and I think Lola is like this close because Lola looks good. So Lola's like this close to being ready. And Elektra has improved a lot from the last time she had a match against BFAB, and they
I was gonna say, wait, the last time I saw Lash was not good, bro. What happened?
Before the Jakar, Lash, Lola, and Elektra have both severely improved. So at least put them on Tuesdays, at least, and then we just move on from there. People like, I think Ariana Grace she's injured. There's like 9 injuries in the NXT Women's Division. Nikita's like this close to coming back, but she's walking now. But I don't know how close she is to coming back. But
I hear great things about Danny Palmer. I hear great things about her.
Palmer's good. Danny Palmer's very good. Stevie Turner's good. You have a lot of people over there. You have a lot of people over there. They can just give a chance on NXT, and then you move that new generation up. It's and you can do another breakout tournament at that point. They have the facilities to do so. Now it's just about doing so. But half
Soul
the
Ruger will
women
be a
division
belt
is
collector soon, and we'll get
yes.
things going.
Unfortunately, she's hurt, but still,
Nah, she'll be a belt collector. She'll be like Kenny. Don't worry.
I got no problem with me. Shit, I like she.
She'll be like Kenny. She'll get the IWGP Women's Championship. She'll get the
Oh,
she'll get the she'll get the NXT title. She'll just go to Raw and just fucking win that, and then she'll go to SmackDown and she'll win that, and she's gonna have all the gold. She's gonna be like Sheamus in that WWE 12 storyline where he's just draped
oh my
in
god,
every gold.
it's every belt.
That was just demanded,
Oh,
she's just gonna. We love you, baby. Please come back soon.
this man is begging. That's crazy.
Dude, that was so sad. She got injured, and then Springer died, and then in the NFL draft, like that stressed me out. And then we got Zay Flowers, which was great, but then we did not get DeAndre Hopkins because they're like, yeah, no, it's Phil. And then I had to wait until round 3 tonight. We didn't even have a second round pick.
Damn.
I heard you got like 3 people tonight, and then I only got the 1.
Finally picked up offensive lineman, which I've been asking for a year now, but Shit.
So the supplemental draft will be happening on the SmackDown Lowdown.
Yeah.
Saturday morning. I thought the SmackDown Lowdown was happening after Friday Night SmackDown, but apparently it wasn't.
No, that's when they do level up. I thought that too.
I mean, we'll figure out the Lowdown. And then the draft continues on Raw, and then the Undisputed Tag Team title match. And this was good.
Very good.
This was good. This was good.
Kind of weird towards the end. It was good.
I mean, so I'm not going to go through everything in the match because this match was the majority of the last half hour of the show, and but I will go over the big pieces here. The Usos hit Owens with a double super kick, and then the Usos hit Zayn with the double super kick as well. The Usos follow up with another double super kick on Owens, but Owens still kicks out. Jay then tags back in. Jay crushes Owens with a super kick. It's just all super kicks. But Owens kicks out and immediately gets on his feet. Owens fights on instinct before Jay floors him with another super kick. Jimmy then tags in, and then the Usos pose. Zayn then pulls Jay out of the ring and sends him into the ring steps. Owens hit Jimmy with the ace stunner, tags in Zayn, and then Zayn hit a hula kick for the win, and they retained the tag team titles. I don't know how many times it said super kick there, but there were a ton of super kicks throughout this entire thing. Honestly, at this point, their finishers are super kicks. But super kicks have just been, so saturated, oversaturated, I should say, that, I mean, it's legitimately, it's the super kick party all over again. But it's not the Young Bucks that do it. It's the Usos. So,
pretty much.
I love super kicks, but man, when your favorite superstar is Shawn Michaels,
yeah,
it hurts. It hurts the credibility, bro.
That spot they did when Sami jumped out the ring and Jay just caught him, that was sick, though. That was sick.
Yes, I will agree with that.
That was crazy.
When your favorite superstar of all time is Shawn Michaels and you see like 20,000 super kicks in one match, I'm like, oh, okay.
Pretty much.
But I'm so happy that KO and Sami retained. They're not going to Saudi Arabia, but you know what? That's okay. They this whole thing about Nia champions, not every title being defended there before. So, it's all right. We're fine.
Mm-hmm.
I was just so happy they retained.
Yeah, me too. I was scared for a minute.
Because there are a lot of freaking near falls in Kevin and Sami Zayn's side. And I'm like, dude, please don't do it.
That would have been so stupid, bro.
So Solo emerged from the back and stared down the ring. The Usos looked very disappointed that they lost their tag team title match. And yeah. Solo was sent out there to do something to the Usos, but it wasn't just in the cards tonight. It'll happen, though. It'll happen. I don't know what's going to happen, but it'll happen.
Yeah. Eventually.
And now it's SmackDown, man. The Raw continues the draft for part 2, and we'll see where things go from there. But honestly, a pretty damn good SmackDown. Draft was up and down through most of the night, but SmackDown got really good. Raw got decent.
All right. Yeah.
I'll say decent. I'm not going to say dog shit yet. I'm not going to say dog shit quite yet, but I mean, SmackDown, the blue brand, baby. My brand. The brand that I grew up on.
We out here.
We out here. For sure. So yeah, man. That was it. Be good.
See how Raw goes, man.
Yeah.
God.
Now, if there are anything like big, if there's like anything big happening tomorrow when it comes to the supplemental draft, I will be doing some kind of video to upload here. Just to, fill you guys in on the draft, because I know the draft is pretty big right now. So, if there's anything big that happens, I'll make like a jump cut type of video type of thing to upload on here, just so that you guys have some kind of content for the draft thing, and then we'll see where things go. But other than that, I think we'll just see you on Monday for part 2.
Yeah.
Because because we don't know what's happening in the draft thing. So
I think Hit Row's gonna go to SmackDown. I mean, gonna go to Raw tomorrow morning.
Oh, you think they're gonna go to Raw?
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be very interesting.
Do you think he was gonna go to get sent to NXT?
I don't think that's what this is for, bro. I don't. I only think NXT superstars will go to the main roster. I mean, would I actually kind of like to see some people do it? Yeah, I would, but I just don't think that's in the cards. Because they didn't say anything like that was gonna happen.
Okay.
At least I don't think. Did I do something wrong? Was there like some kind of report that said something?
Not that I know of. I hope not, but I felt like they were going to do something like that to them because they weren't really hitting on the main roster. So I'm expecting them just to go to Raw, but I don't know.
Let me go. I had my mock draft. I don't know if you saw. I don't know if you guys saw it on my Instagram or not tonight, or yesterday. But I did do my mock draft, and I gotta say, not a lot of stuff happened in my mock draft. Roman and Cody, that was correct. Gunther was correct. Bianca and Ripley, that's gonna be wrong, because I had the Raw and SmackDown Women's Champion going to their brand. I mean, that made sense, but no. And Edge going to Raw, but I'm so happy he went to SmackDown.
Yeah.
We don't know we know the fate of Drew McIntyre. He went to Raw, got that right. We don't know the rest of the Bloodline and Judgment Day things, so that's going to be interesting to see. Okay. Here are my NXT call-ups that I need to figure out, because hopefully they actually get called up on Raw and SmackDown. I just got to figure out where. I have Pretty Deadly, Tyler Bate, and Roxanne Perez all going to SmackDown. I did. Roxanne, though, I don't think is probably going to happen now because Indy went.
Yeah.
And then for Raw, I had Ilya Dragunov, Cameron Grimes, and Zoe Stark. Those are all very relatively can-do type of picks for Raw.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ilya Dragunov is most likely getting called up. He has to. He's ready. Yeah. Cameron Grimes has basically been on the main roster. We just haven't seen him. And Zoe, I mean, there are other women that I want to see than Zoe, but I feel like she's just going to get called up. So, I mean, who knows? It's going to be very interesting to see, though, for Monday. I mean, we're going to cover it all again, like we normally do, but that was your Friday Night SmackDown, man. Is what it is.
I hope Liv stays on SmackDown. I can't take her going to Raw. Well, she has the belt, so technically she can go. I think the both shows. I don't know what they're doing, but I just hopefully
the women's tag team titles. I don't even know.
I don't know how you even do that. I don't know how you approach that on Monday. So
the women's tag team titles are supposed to float between both shows, so who knows?
Yeah. I don't know.
But then again, the Undisputed Tag Team Champions, they're both Raw and SmackDown too, so who knows?
Yeah.
But the Undisputed Tag Team, but the Undisputed Universal Championship is just a SmackDown title now. So what is?
They put themselves in a hole that they got to fight themselves out of.
They have these Undisputed, but it's only for one brand. And when it's only for one brand, it shouldn't even be Undisputed. It's just a title. It hurts. That's all I should say. It hurts.
Yeah.
But we'll figure it out, man. Monday Night Raw, draft happens part 2. If anything else major happens, we'll update you guys during the weekend.
Yeah.
And if Loft does not have anything else to say, we're gonna hear. Actually, a pretty early night tonight.
Yeah.
Before 2 hours. Pretty nice.
Raw, get your look back. That's all I gotta say. Raw, fight back at some point. Fight back because you're losing.
Yeah.
And you have a entire 3-hour show to fight back. So please fight back. Yes.
Up and I are winning. SmackDown new. Freaking blue right now. We are winning.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, Raw, step up your game. If not, I don't know what Loft and I are gonna do. You're a 3-hour show. I mean,
not watch it.
It's hard out here as it is.
Sheesh. That's the thing they should do.
Before they you put Cody on Raw. So listen.
Yeah. Look, before
you put Cody on Raw, so I mean, I'm gonna watch him, but I don't know.
Look, before the draft even starts, just say that like our first pick is USA Network, and then just say that you're taking the show back to 2 hours. Just say that. Don't even pick anybody. Just change the show back to 2 hours as your first pick. It don't make any sense, but just do it, and then we'll be fine again. At least I'll have some time to watch the show now because they can get whoever they want to get. 3 hours is still 3 hours. So
that'll put my heart at ease, knowing that Raw is 2 hours again.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
pretty much.
All right, guys. Thank you guys again for tuning into the show. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, go to the links down in the description. Go get the merch, follow us on social media, and thank you, SeatGeek, for being a partner of the channel. OTB at checkout gets you $20 off your first purchase. So go use SeatGeek today, and yeah, guys, we'll see you tomorrow. If anything happens for the supplement ad, but if not, Monday Night Raw for part 2. Have a good night, guys. Stay safe. God bless. And peace.